Dick Van Dyke, one of the most beloved entertainers in American history, is speaking honestly about the tough reality of growing old as he prepares to turn 100. His birthday is coming up on December 13, and in a new essay for The Times in the UK, he opens up in a deeply personal way about what life feels like at this stage. He says it's frustrating to feel physically limited, even after a lifetime of energy and optimism. Van Dyke explains that he gets invited to events and gigs, but long travel is now too exhausting. Most of his social life happens inside his home, not because he wants isolation, but because his body simply can't keep up with the pace he once loved. He also talks about the emotional weights of watching the world face crisis after crisis. In just the last month, he lived through 2 dangerous wildfires in Southern California, one of them the worst in the region's history. That kind of stress, he admits, can turn anyone into what he jokingly called, and I quote, the grumpy old man yelling at the TV, end of quote. But for Van Dyke, the biggest challenge is the physical decline that age brings. He describes himself now as a stooper, a shuffler and titterer, and says he spent a lot of time lying flat to ease the strains on his body. His eyesight is fading. His hearing is difficult, and he still chews nicotine gum decades after quitting smoking. He says some parts of aging feel exactly like the characters he used to play on screen, older men whose best years were behind them. Yet even with all this, Van Dyke has not lost his spark. He still goes to the gym 3 times a week, keeping his routine as active as possible. He jokes that he dances from machine to machine, humming and singing like a Broadway performer. Movement keeps him sharp, he said, and music keeps him joyful. What keeps him truly young, though, is love. He met his wife, Arlene, in 2006 and calls her the reason he has not turned into a hermetic grouch. She is half his age, full of energy, and constantly pulls him back into the brightness of daily life. Together they sing, dance, laugh, and find small moments of joy in their home. As he approaches a full century of life, Van Dyke offers one simple piece of wisdom. Life becomes a comedy of errors, so you might as well laugh at yourself. A sense of humor, he believes, is the strongest tool for surviving the hard part of getting older. What you thought about this? Drop a comment down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is Morning America.